Various Thoughts Volume 160 is going to be nothing but Carolina Panthers. So let's kick things off. The NFL training camp is underway. The Carolina Panthers started yesterday in Spartanburg, South Carolina. So there were some cuts, and I think Elijah Hood was one of them. And we're going to see what happens with the running back position. You know, Christian McCaffrey is the top dog. He's the starting running back. We're going to see who else makes it on the squad. You know, I want to see Evander Holyfield's son actually make the squad. That would be really interesting. I heard that Mike Daniels, the defensive tackle from the Green Bay Packers, they let him go yesterday. So it would be nice to see him in a Carolina Panthers uniform, but I don't think we're going to see that happening. Brian Burns was signed, I think it was yesterday or a couple days ago, the rookie out of Florida State. I'm excited to see what he can do. I'm excited. Gerald McCoy was I think he made it in the top 100 for NFL Network's top 100 players of 2019. I can't remember exactly the number. Cam Newton made it, but I think it was 87 if I'm not mistaken. So I'm sure that Christian McCaffrey is going to be in the 20s or the 30s. And same goes for Luke Kuechly. And All or Nothing, kind of like Hard Knocks knockoff, is from Amazon Prime Fire. My family members have the Fire Stick, the Amazon Prime Fire program. I don't know if I'm going to watch it because what happened last year, it's in the past, so I don't know how you gain by watching something that happened a year ago. I mean, the Carolina Panthers went from 6-2 to 7-9, so I don't know. I just don't know. Speaking of which, before I get on out of here, there are some Panther fans were mad at Reggie Bush. He really kicked the hornet's nest. He went on to the Herd with Colin Cowherd. I think it wasn't yesterday. I think it was yesterday or 2 days ago. And they were talking about the various topics in the NFL. And that's when they got to Cam Newton. Is Cam Newton is he more worried about the brand and football? I can't remember exactly what question it was because I don't watch the Herd with Colin Cowherd on Fox Sports 1, if they still exist. So, in other words, Reggie Bush questioned Cam Newton's toughness. And that really, that you want to talk about kicking a hornet's nest, that's a good example. Let me say this short and sweet. Cam Newton going into his 9th year. He has missed 5 games throughout his entire career. 5. 2 of them as a result of an automobile accident 5 years ago, which is 2014. He had a couple of fractured bones in his lower back. He actually played it. So I don't know what the hell that Reggie Bush was doing or what he was thinking when he decided to go completely out of left field and to take a cheap shot at him. Since he opened it, another thing before I get to the point. He even gone as far as say, well, look at Michael Jordan. He played with the flu and this, that, and the third. Okay. You're talking about a basketball player, one of the greatest players in the NBA history, in the NBA Finals back in 1997, a flu versus a bum shoulder. And for what I've heard, Cam Newton's shoulder started to act up in the Philadelphia Eagles game. I always thought it was the Pittsburgh Steelers game. The minute that TJ Watt delivered the hit, the crown of the helmet, into Cam Newton's throwing shoulder, that was it for the Panthers season. So, that's like apples to onions. You can't make that comparison. It is so stupid. Now, since he opened the door in that department, you only played 2 full seasons in an 11-year career, Reggie Bush. And you are a running back. And running back position itself has the shortest career span. You of all people should know that. Quarterbacks, running backs, totally different. Reggie Bush missed multiple games in his career. Phillip Rivers played with a torn ACL in an AFC Championship game back in the late 2000s, when the Chargers were in San Diego at the time against the New England Patriots in Gillette Stadium. I mean, people just going in on Reggie Bush. Well, he opened the door for that. Simple as that. And as far as the brand part, it ain't hurting Russell Wilson, Tom Brady, and it damn sure ain't hurting on Patrick Mahomes. He was doing commercials on ketchup in the middle of last season. No one said a word. More to the story, Reggie Bush should think twice before opening his mouth and not just taking shots at Cam Newton or any other players, but cheap shots. I'm not the biggest Cam Newton fan, like the Cam Newton fan club, or the biggest Cam Newton hater, but I am so tired of the cheap shot after cheap shot after cheap shot. If it ain't from Adam Shine, it's Reggie Bush. If it ain't him, it's ESPN. If it ain't them, it's Fox Sports 1. If it ain't them, it's Bleacher Report, Sporting News, anybody and everybody. It has to stop. Criticize Cam Newton as the football player. Don't go out of bounds. That's what I am seeing. If it ain't that, it's the backhand compliments. If you can't have constructive criticism, just shut the hell up. Do that. And stop wasting sports fans' time. Stop wasting Carolina Panther fans' time. With that, I'm out. Salute. Peace.